I mean, this latest move around financial engineering, what kind of message does this really send to the markets and to investors?
It basically shows that Lebanon is reaching a point where it's a little bit desperate. So, we're not seeing a solution with regards to politics. Foreigners are not interested in putting their cash in Lebanon. The Lebanese are trying to get their cash out. The central bank is kind of stuck. At some point, things need to move forward. And, with a government that has seen its income plunge, the central bank has to do something in order to alleviate the sort of pressures on the finance ministry.
Dana, it's good to see you, as always. You mentioned foreigners not willing to put their cash in Lebanon. Talk to us a little bit about the bonds outstanding. Is anyone buying those at the moment? Some of them do have collective action clauses, so you could get, for instance, a few speculative hedge funds coming in.
Hi, Tracy. You're absolutely right. Normally in a situation like this, you would find some investors who are interested in the sort of debt that you would have in Lebanon. But the problem that you have there is that liquidity is extremely low. Now, it was low before all of this happened, and right now it is almost at zero. So you don't find foreigners buying this stuff. The local banks are trying to figure out what they're going to do with their own holdings. So no, it's not that attractive. Although we have seen actually that the price on the bonds due in March has gone up, but we suspect that that is probably local banks that are buying up what foreigners are trying to sell.
When you look at the credit default swaps for Lebanese debt, it's the cost of insuring that kind of amount. Then you see that we're off the highs from just a few weeks earlier. So still full-blown panic is not quite there yet. Where does the story go from here for Lebanon, though?
Well, even though it's fallen from those highs, it's still above 2,000. So there is still a lot of panic here. And what investors want to see is some kind of a resolution, which unfortunately Lebanon isn't exactly known for. So, when you have a country that has a lot of factions that don't necessarily agree on very much, the overall view is that unless some kind of a miracle comes in or some big aid comes in from a benefactor that is willing to accept the kind of chaos that you have in Lebanon, foreign investors assume that there's going to be either some kind of a restructuring or refinancing of some sort, although nobody really knows what that would look like because the politicians haven't really discussed any of this in great detail yet.